What's up, everybody? Demon back. You guys war ready for a brand new Pacific Rim news updates? Yeah, that was a real bad one, I know. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? So, going from the old news to the new news, you know, we always do that, typically. This is kind of like news, so we'll just kind of like blow through the first bit. So, Pacific Rim went back, they finished the movie, they finished filming, and then they had to go back and do some reshoots. So, we talked about that in the previous news update. It's nothing big, it's just the fact that they actually had to go reshoot some scenes, I guess. It's not a big deal. And that was confirmed by John Boyega on Twitter when he started posting pictures of him on the set with for Pacific Rim Uprising. Then Pacific Rim 2 was in fact delayed. Its original release date was February 23rd, 2018. It was in fact pushed back to March 23rd, 2018, so it was pushed back a whole month as a result of these reshoots. Then leading up to this New York Comic-Con, there was a lot of hype coming out from the different studios, and specifically a lot of hype surrounding the fact that Pacific Rim 2 was rumored to get a new trailer at New York Comic-Con. Leading up to that, we did get some new posters that I haven't showed on the channel. I think they're really cool. I really like the black and white look with Gypsy Avenger in the background, and I think it's really awesome the fact that they have the big eye piece on Gypsy being orange, so it's just in contrast with the black and white. It looks very artistic, very cool. We did in fact get a couple of these posters. We have another one with Scott Eastwood's character, whose name I don't remember at the moment, and then we also have a great Rise Up poster. And the Rise Up poster really does remind me of Walking Dead Season 7's second half. Its whole big Rise Up campaign thing that they went with, that was their slogan leading up to the second half of Season 7, so seeing it for Pacific Rim just gave me those Walking Dead vibes. And then it was confirmed that there was going to be a trailer at New York Comic-Con, so everyone was getting all excited. And actually, that's, I think, the only official trailer to have come out of New York Comic-Con. I know Justice League just had its trailer, but that actually wasn't a New York Comic-Con trailer, that was just the third trailer. Then we started to get a whole bunch of looks at figures and stuff, and oh, I'm so excited. These figures look great. We'll talk about them here in a second. And finally, the trailer came out, and it was awesome. Breakdown coming out very soon. I'm working on it right now. I will be working on it all day at school tomorrow, and so first chance I get, I will release this Pacific Rim Trailer 2 breakdown. I've already caught a lot of stuff, so can't wait to show it off. And then, like I mentioned in my trailer reaction, definitely expect these regular Pacific Rim news updates, because we got a lot of news that just has been coming out lately that I want to cover. Specifically, I'm excited for next news update because I have loads of new plot details, character details, and Jaeger details, which should be awesome. So, getting into these, like I said, we'll talk about the figures here in a second. Let me get through the other stuff first. Getting into the advertisement campaign leading up to the trailer and all that, we did, like I said, got some new posters. We got a Jake Pentecost and a Gypsy Avenger poster. We have, you know, another poster with the Scott Eastwood's character. I'm gonna learn his name before next news update, I promise. We have a comparison picture. This one wasn't official, but I saw this a lot with fans of Pacific Rim, comparing Idris Elba's character from Pacific Rim 1, of course, him being Stalker Pentecost and Jake Pentecost. We have the Rise Up poster. We have tweets talking about the new trailer that was coming out, which came out technically for the day I'm recording this 2 days ago. I don't know when this video will go up as public, but whenever. You know I recorded it on the Sunday after the trailer came out. Then we got some big billboards on buildings that were showing off the Pacific Rim at New York Comic-Con. We got lots of blueprints of new Jaegers at New York Comic-Con. We've actually covered the blueprints and a whole bunch of the toy figure news in the last news update, so definitely go check that out. We got new pictures of Jake Pentecost in action, aka John Boyega in action. So the first picture reveals him standing on, you know, just in his normal clothes, his civilian clothes, and he's just got some military personnel behind him. It's a cool picture. Second picture, I'm a little iffy on. I'm not a big fan of the new Gypsy Avenger suits, the uniforms that they wear inside the Jaeger. I think they look a little bit goofy. They look a little bit Power Rangers and a little bit too cheesy for me. I just don't think they have that same cool look as they did in the first movie. They really looked awesome in the first movie, and here I just don't really like the bright blues and the plastic cheap look to it. It just looks a little awkward. But regardless, I'm just excited to get more information about this movie. And finally, we got a new reveal shot of our Jaegers for Pacific Rim 2 with the tagline trailer tomorrow, so it's really cool, and we will definitely be talking a lot about this image in particular next news update. The last thing, it's not official, but some people did a comparison of the cast then and now. So we have Scott Eastwood's character, we have John Boyega's character, and Charlie Hunnam's character. He played Raleigh in Pacific Rim 1, so it does make me sad seeing this picture, because that is a current picture of him. I believe that picture is from Sons of Anarchy. It does make me sad knowing that he won't be coming back for this movie, and we will talk a little bit about that next video as well, when we have confirmation from John Boyega saying his character won't appear in the movie at all. But it makes me sad because I loved his character in Pacific Rim 1. I'm a huge Pacific Rim fan, and I would enjoy seeing him in this next movie as well. If they make it to 3, hopefully he shows up in the 3rd one. So, coming out of the trailer, we're not going to talk a lot about stuff from the trailer, but we do have some cool comparison pictures that people have made of a then and now of the Jaegers. So you have Gypsy Avenger, and then Gypsy Danger, and then you have the other guys, you know, the other Jaegers. Then we also have a really cool lineup shot from the trailer to the very end when they're all looking up at that massive kaiju. We have a new picture of, and I don't know why I decided to focus on him in particular. I guess it was because they highlighted him in the advertising campaign, of Titan Redeemer. I believe that's who this Jaeger is with the big spike ball hand. We have some similar reference shots to Godzilla 2014 with a big Jaeger spine, or with a Kaiju's spine, sorry, not Jaeger. Kaiju's spines coming up out of the water, which is very reminiscent of Godzilla 2014. This shot also reminds me of some shots from Pacific Rim during the Hong Kong battle, so I really like seeing that familiar imagery. We'll probably talk a lot more about that in the actual breakdown, so don't worry. Now getting into that figure news. So let's talk about, first of all, the new Gypsy Danger guy that's coming out. I don't have really any details about price or distributors in this video. If you really want to know about that, go watch the last video. I'm sorry, I just don't remember that off the top of my head. I totally should have written it down, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. So it's a new Gypsy Danger figure coming out, and my god, does it look amazing. I definitely want this. It's a big statue, loads of accessories with it. It just looks gorgeous, and it's pretty big too. It's like it's pretty big. So then our new Pacific Rim Uprising toy line has come out with a lot of new advertisements recently. Again, in the last video, we showed off some, close-ups of Gypsy Avenger and all those guys, but in this video, we're going to be focusing on the full lineup that they revealed, which shows us all our different Jaegers, which is really interesting. I love seeing the different designs, and we did go more into that last time. However, just generally, I think the new Jaegers do look very, very cool. I definitely like Gypsy Avenger's throwback design. Titan Redeemer's pretty sweet, and I think her name's something Athena, the one with the 2 swords, the one who's red in the background, the sleek one. She is also a very cool looking Jaeger, and it would be awesome to see how that one is portrayed in the movie. About this guy on the right in the background with the one eye, he definitely looks very interesting, but I don't know who he is just yet. And then same with the guy in the background here. I don't totally know who he is either, but he looks very cool with his big blades coming out of his hands. I would say that's another version of the Gypsy Avenger toy, but that one just looks too fat and too black to be Gypsy Avenger. And then of course we have this guy up here whose name I don't remember. I think that one's Bracer Phoenix. He's very cool as well. But then we got our first real look at a kaiju for Pacific Rim Uprising. That being, I'm gonna mess up this name. Savi Spirit's Ragin, I don't know, something like that. So he's really cool looking. He's the dude who apparently his head like slides back. I think we do see him in the trailer, and he's got like teeth on all these different points of his head. He's got like a big mouth on the inside of his face, and his face kind of peels backwards. He's very, very cool looking. And if this is any indication for how the kaiju designs are going to look in this movie, I'm super excited. Although I don't like the fact that they went away with the original color scheme, I thought that was one thing that made the original Pacific Rim kaiju so unique, was that they all looked the same with their color scheme. I do like the designs overall, and I do like the fact that it looks like they're sticking to the idea that you can put a human inside this suit. So it could be a human inside of a suit, but it's CGI, and it looks like they're sticking to that style that they went with for the original movie. We also have some pictures of him fighting Gypsy Avenger, which gives us a little bit of a size comparison. I'm not sure if these toys are to scale, and of course Gypsy Avenger is kind of crouched over here. However, it does look like the Kaiju will be larger than the Jaegers in this movie. They were in the last one too, which is it's a cool idea that you're fighting something that's bigger than you. I'm very excited to see the Kaiju, more Kaiju figures, everything like that, leading up to the reveal for this movie. And that does it for this news update, guys. Definitely make sure you tune in for next one because we will be covering, like I said, new plot details and new Jaeger details, which is always awesome. If you can't tell, I'm super excited for this movie. Pacific Rim Uprising is just, I didn't really give it too much thought leading up to this trailer, and then I watched the trailer and it made me fall back in love with Pacific Rim. Of course, I love the original Pacific Rim. It's one of my favorite movies of all times. However, I don't know. I just haven't given it too much attention on this channel before. So I'm definitely looking forward to spending more time on the topic in the future. And then, like I said, if you want to go back and watch that previous news update, we did cover a load of news in that video as well. So if you want, go check that one out. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time. D-Man, out.